You may think your bed is just a place to rest. Soft sheets, a supportive mattress, maybe even a calming nightlight nearby. But what if I told you that the very position of your bed, its angle, the direction it faces, and what surrounds it might be the quietest reason why you're not waking up truly rested? Let's get honest. You go to bed on time, the room is quiet, and yet you still wake up foggy. Your body feels stiff. Your thoughts don't settle until well past midnight. And even when you sleep, it's shallow, interrupted. You brush it off as age, hormones, stress. And while all those play a part, there's one factor most people overlook: your bed's relationship with the energy of the room. I'm not talking about superstition. I'm talking about placement, pressure points, direction. What's above your head, behind your back, and facing your feet, all of it affects how your body and brain switch off at night. We don't often question it. Once a bed is placed, it tends to stay there for years. But just like sunlight flows, air moves, and energy travels in quiet currents, so does the impact of your bed's position. What if your headboard is backed against a bathroom wall filled with pipes, pressure, and constant motion? What if the foot of your bed faces a cold, reflective TV screen or a mirror, splitting your sleep into fragments? What if the air above you holds weight, like a beam pressing down, not visibly, but in how your nervous system responds? This isn't about throwing out your furniture or redesigning your life. It's about tiny shifts, realignment, awareness. Because once you understand the silent dialogue between your bed and your body, you begin to see why your rest might not be restorative, and how a small change, sometimes just turning the bed 15 degrees, can bring a calm you didn't know you were missing. Let's start with the one place you've trusted most, your bed, and see what it's been silently saying all along. Part 1: the hidden pressure you sleep under every night. There's a kind of pressure that doesn't leave bruises. You don't feel it when you lie down, and you don't notice it when you turn off the light. But by morning, it has already done its work. You wake up with a tight neck, a heavy forehead, or that familiar feeling that your sleep didn't quite land. This is the kind of pressure most people never question, because it isn't loud, dramatic, or obvious. It's quiet, and that's exactly why it's so powerful. In many American homes, especially those built or remodeled in the last few decades, the bedroom ceiling carries hidden weight. Beams boxed into drywall, HVAC units tucked neatly overhead, shelving mounted just above the headboard to save space. None of these seem threatening during the day. They look practical, even smart. But at night, when your body is no longer distracted, and your nervous system is meant to power down, those structures begin to speak a different language. Your brain reads them as pressure. Not consciously, but instinctively. It's the same reflex that keeps a person alert when something heavy hangs above them. Even in sleep, the body stays on guard. This is why so many people say, "I slept for 8 hours, but I'm still exhausted." The body never fully entered deep rest. Instead of dropping into recovery, it hovered. Muscles stayed slightly tense. Breathing remained shallow. The mind skimmed the surface of sleep rather than sinking into it. Over time, this leads to chronic fatigue, morning headaches, jaw tension, or that vague sense of being worn down without a clear reason. It's not age. It's not weakness. It's the environment quietly asking your body to stay alert when it should feel safe. Air conditioners above the bed create a similar effect, but in a different way. Cold air doesn't just cool the room, it settles. It drifts downward and pools around the head and neck, exactly where the body is most sensitive during sleep. Even if the airflow feels gentle, the nervous system reads it as intrusion. The result is often interrupted sleep, sinus pressure, stiff shoulders, or waking in the early hours with no clear cause. Many people assume this is just how their body works now. But in reality, the body is responding to a constant, low-level disturbance. It was never meant to endure for hours at a time. What makes this especially important is that sleep is not passive. During the night, your body repairs tissues, regulates hormones, and resets the nervous system. This process requires a sense of safety. When there is pressure above your head, whether from structure, cold airflow, or visual clutter, the brain never fully receives the signal that it's safe to let go. You might fall asleep quickly, but you don't stay deeply asleep. You might dream, but you don't feel restored. The difference is subtle, but the consequences accumulate. Many people are surprised to learn that simply moving the bed out from under a beam or away from direct airflow can change how they feel within days. Not because something mystical happened, but because the body finally relaxed. Breathing deepened. The shoulders dropped. The mind stopped hovering between rest and vigilance. This is often the moment people say, "I didn't realize how tense I was until I wasn't anymore." That realization alone can be emotional, because it reveals how long the body has been compensating in silence. And here's the part most people miss. You don't need to fix everything at once. This isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. Look up from your bed. What's directly above your head? Is it heavy, cold, crowded, or visually busy? Does it feel supportive? Or does it feel like something you'd rather not lie under for hours? Your body already knows the answer. It has been responding every night, even if you haven't been listening. This hidden pressure is often the first layer of disrupted sleep, and it sets the tone for everything that follows. If the body doesn't feel supported from above, it struggles to feel supported anywhere else. That's why addressing this issue creates a foundation for deeper changes. Once the pressure lifts, even slightly, the nervous system becomes more receptive. Sleep becomes less of a battle and more of a return. As we move forward, keep this in mind: your bed is not just furniture. It's a signal. It tells your body whether it's time to defend or time to restore. And before we even talk about direction, doors, or walls, we have to start here by removing the invisible weight that's been asking you to stay awake, night after night. Part 2: What's behind your head may be pushing you away. There's something deeply instinctive about resting your back against a wall. It's ancient, primal. A wall means protection. A wall means nothing will sneak up behind you. But not all walls offer the safety your body expects. And when your headboard presses against the wrong kind of wall, your rest isn't just disrupted, it's quietly undone. Let's go straight to the question. What's behind your head right now? Is it a window, a bathroom, a kitchen, or a wall that hums with quiet, restless energy? Because while it may look like just a wall, your nervous system feels more than drywall and paint. It feels motion, moisture, heat, current, or worse, emptiness. And each of those sends your body a message it can't ignore. Start with the most overlooked culprit: windows. In many bedrooms, especially in suburban or urban homes, space is limited. So people often place their beds under or near a window. It seems harmless, even pretty. Natural light, a view, maybe a breeze in spring. But during sleep, your head becomes the most sensitive point of your energy system. A window, by design, is not solid. It moves. It lets in change. It lets energy pass through. And no matter how thick your curtains are, your body still knows this isn't shelter. This is exposure. If you've ever felt uneasy sleeping near a window, startled easily by sound, or cold around the back of the neck even with the thermostat set just right, you've likely experienced this. The headboard touching a window breaks the containment your body needs to feel fully at rest. Energy escapes. Sounds leak in. You may not wake up, but you don't sleep deeply either. You dream more vividly. You toss more. You start the day feeling slightly drained, like a battery that never fully charged overnight. Now take that a step further. What if your headboard is against a wall that connects to a bathroom? This is more common than you think. Modern floor plans often place bathrooms and bedrooms back to back to save plumbing costs. But what lives on the other side of that wall? Pipes, moisture, flushing, draining, all the downward movement of what's called turbulent or spent energy. Even if you don't hear anything, your body, especially the area around your skull and upper spine, is absorbing vibration. It's like having your head next to a slow, steady leak you can't see. People who sleep this way often experience sinus issues, chronic congestion, brain fog, or a feeling of mental heaviness they can't shake. And because it doesn't feel dramatic, they never connect the dots. It becomes the new normal. This is just how I wake up now. But what if it's not aging or hormones or random exhaustion? What if your body is simply tired of leaning into that kind of energy every night? Then there's the kitchen wall. Unlike bathrooms, which are moist and downward in energy, kitchens burn. They hold heat, movement, steam, metallic vibration. Stoves, microwaves, ovens, electrical pulses that run long after you've stopped cooking. If your bed shares a wall with your kitchen, especially near an appliance, your head is resting against the echo of daily activity. Even in silence, that wall hums. You won't hear it, but your heart rate, blood pressure, and dreams might. Sleep is not just about quiet, it's about calm, and the wall behind your head should feel like earth, solid, quiet, supportive. But if that wall is busy on the other side, your body never fully lets go. And over time, this wear and tear isn't just energetic, it becomes physical. The immune system becomes less efficient. The nervous system stays in low-level alert. Emotional resilience thins. You cry more easily. You feel overwhelmed more often. And the worst part, you still think it's you. It's not just you. It's your environment. And once you see it, you can shift it. Here's the turning point. You don't need to rebuild your house or move the bathroom. You don't even have to replace your bed. You just need to buffer the energy. If your headboard can't be moved, use a sturdy, sealed panel between the bed and the wall, wood, upholstered, or even a bookshelf filled with soft, grounding objects. Place a large landscape painting behind you, something with stillness, a mountain, a tree, a lake. This isn't about art. It's about vibration. It's about replacing disruption with presence. If you sleep by a window, layer thick blackout curtains, not just for light, but for insulation. Consider adding a folding screen behind the headboard, or placing a fabric upholstered bench between the bed and the wall. Even small changes send a new message to your body. This space holds you now. You're not exposed. You're safe. Because sleep isn't just when you stop moving. It's when your spirit comes home. And what greets it, chaos or quiet, matters more than we've been taught. So tonight, pause before lying down. Look behind you. Ask yourself, is this wall holding me or letting me go? And if the answer unsettles you, trust it. That awareness is not discomfort. It's wisdom, and it's how healing begins. Part 3: Your reflection shouldn't sleep with you. There's something deeply unsettling about being watched, especially when you're most vulnerable. Sleep is meant to be a return, a release, a surrender. But what if, even in your deepest moments of rest, there's a silent observer in the room? Not a person, not a presence, but a reflection, a mirror, a screen. A surface that doesn't close its eyes when you do. Let's get honest. In most bedrooms today, mirrors are common. Full length for dressing. Vanity mirrors. Sliding closet doors lined with glass. Add a dark TV screen across from the bed, and you now have not one, but multiple reflective surfaces, quiet, glossy, and always present. And while they seem harmless during the day, at night, they tell a very different story. When you sleep, your nervous system detaches from the outside world. Your energy softens. Your subconscious loosens its grip. But mirrors don't rest. They hold images, they double them. They repeat whatever energy the room carries, including your own. When your body lies still and the mind begins to drift, your reflection doesn't disappear, it floats. It lingers just out of reach. That echo of you, trapped in a silent frame, becomes a subtle pull. And for some people, it keeps the body from fully letting go. If you've ever felt like something was off at night, like the room wasn't quite empty, even though it was, there's a reason. If your dreams have been unusually vivid or disjointed, if you wake in the middle of the night for no reason, or feel unsettled in the morning, check what's facing your bed. It might be a mirror. It might be the black glass of a TV screen. These surfaces reflect more than images. They reflect motion, energy, light, even the smallest shifts your body makes while you sleep. Imagine this: your eyes are closed, but a nightlight glows faintly. That soft light bounces off the screen, just enough to catch the edge of a shadow, the ripple of your breath, or the curve of a pillow. Your brain sees it. It doesn't fully register what it is, but it detects movement, and that's enough. Your sleep lightens. Your breath shortens. Your body, ever so slightly, tenses. This happens again and again, every night. And yet, you wake up thinking you got a full night's sleep, when in truth, your rest was interrupted dozens of times. Now take that further. If your reflection is visible while you sleep, your energy field, the part of you that expands and shifts during dream states, may not consolidate properly. In spiritual traditions and energy practices, the hours of sleep are when your energy returns to center. But if there's a mirror involved, that return gets distorted. Instead of sinking inward, it gets pulled outward, split, echoed, scattered. You might feel fragmented when you wake up, like a part of you was wandering all night. There's also the emotional layer. Seeing your reflection right before sleep, or immediately upon waking, can stir unconscious judgments. Even if you don't notice it, your mind might register a wrinkle, a shadow, a sag in posture, and internalize that as fatigue or dissatisfaction. Over time, this creates tension. The bed, once a place of softness, now becomes a stage, a place where you're observed even by yourself. And then there's the fear no one wants to name, the sense that someone else is in the room. It's irrational, but real. You wake at 2:13 a.m., the house is silent, but there's a flicker, a sense. You look up and there it is, a shape in the mirror, your own. But it startled you, because in that moment, your mind wasn't sure. The line between self and other, between reality and reflection, had blurred. This isn't superstition, it's psychology, it's energy. And most of all, it's entirely avoidable. The solution is simple, and it doesn't require redesigning your space. If you have a mirror facing your bed, cover it at night. A lightweight cloth, a curtain, even a shawl will do. Don't worry about aesthetics. This is about sanctuary. If it's a TV screen, drape a scarf or place a decorative panel in front of it. If your closet doors are mirrored, consider adding fabric stickers or installing a curtain that can be drawn before sleep. You're not hiding from yourself. You're creating a boundary between rest and reflection. This boundary matters, because your bedroom should not be a place where your energy is doubled, distorted, or divided. It should be the most honest, unobserved, and unjudged space in your home, a space where nothing watches, nothing stares, nothing echoes. And here's the truth few talk about. Rest isn't just physical, it's spiritual. It's the moment when your body, your mind, and your energy come back together. But that can't happen if something in the room is mirroring your every breath, your every move, your every flicker of thought. Tonight, before bed, turn off the lights. Look around the room. Notice what's facing your sleep space. Ask yourself, do I feel alone here, or watched? Do I feel witnessed or held? Because your bed is meant to hold you, not reflect you, not copy you, not remind you of yourself when all you want is to forget. Let your reflection rest. Let it fade into stillness. And finally, let yourself sleep without being looked at, even by your own shadow. Part 4. A door that never opens can still keep you awake. There's something about a door, even when it's closed, even when it's locked, even when no one's ever walked through it at night, it holds weight. Not physical weight, but energetic tension. And if your bed faces that door, if the head of your body is directly in line with that quiet threshold, your nervous system never fully settles. no matter how peaceful the room may seem. Let's speak clearly. Doors aren't just wood and hinges. In any home, they're portals, entrance and exit points for people, air, and movement. They carry the memory of motion. And even when they stand still, they suggest possibility. Someone could walk in. Something could pass through. Your body knows this. Your brain, especially during sleep, picks up every signal from the space. That door across from your bed may never open after 10 p.m., but your mind treats it like it might. If you've ever felt exposed while lying in bed, like your rest could be interrupted at any moment, even when you're alone, you're not imagining it. If you sleep lightly, toss often, wake suddenly in the early hours with no reason, that door may be the reason. When your bed is aligned directly with the door, your body lies on the energetic runway of the entire room. You're in the path of movement. You're not tucked away. You're not sheltered. You're directly in the stream. Think of it this way. You're sleeping with your front door open, metaphorically. The room might be dark, but your energy is facing out, alert to anything that might cross that invisible line. Even if nothing does, your system holds its guard. Breathing remains shallow. Your chest may feel tight. You may wake up feeling like you never fully arrived in sleep, because in a way, you didn't. People often talk about not sleeping well in a new house or hotel room. It's not always about the mattress. It's about layout. In many hotels and modern apartments, the bed is placed facing the door for symmetry. But symmetry doesn't equal safety. The body doesn't relax when it feels watched or exposed, even in silence. Especially in silence. Now consider the reverse. If the headboard of your bed is pressed against the same wall as the bedroom door, the energy clash is even more intense. The back of your head, your most intuitive, energetic channel, is now aligned with a threshold of motion. It's like trying to fall asleep while someone is always standing just behind you. You can't see it, but your body feels it. And it won't let you go fully into sleep. The consequences build quietly. A sense of being restless for no reason. Feeling startled easily. Emotional fragility. Even your dreams might reflect it. Doors in will often symbolize transitions or threats. You may find yourself waking up at exact times every night. That's not a coincidence. It's a message from your body. I don't feel safe in this direction. But here's the hopeful part: small shifts can release that tension almost immediately. If moving the bed is possible, turn it diagonally, or shift it slightly, so it no longer sits in direct line with the door. Even a 20-degree change can redirect the current. If space is limited, create a buffer. Place a bench, a low shelf, or a soft armchair between the foot of the bed and the door. Add a large leafy plant, something alive, something that breaks the flow. You're not blocking the door. You're softening the current. For deeper energetic protection, hang a light fabric curtain or beaded veil over the door frame, especially if you live alone. It sends a signal to your body. The doorway is softened. The boundary is clear. You're not lying in the open anymore. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's about reclaiming privacy on an energetic level. Most people think of their bed as a place to collapse at the end of the day. But it should be more than that. It should be a sanctuary where your body doesn't just sleep, it surrenders. And you can't surrender while facing a threshold. You can't truly rest while lying in a line that was made for movement. Tonight, when you lie down, notice what your body feels when you face the door. Is there ease or a subtle alertness? Can you let go, or do you feel the need to keep one eye, even metaphorically, slightly open? Because a door is more than an object. It's a signal. And where you place yourself in relation to it can mean the difference between sleep that restores and sleep that simply passes time. Let's be brave enough to shift just a few degrees. Let's allow the room to hold us in stillness, not tension. Let the door stay closed. Let your body believe it. Let yourself finally rest. Part 5. Shift the bed. Shift your energy. Shift everything. There's a moment quiet, almost imperceptible when you move something in your home, and suddenly, the room breathes differently. Lighter, softer, more alive. For many people, that moment begins with the bed. Not because it's the biggest piece of furniture, but because it holds something deeper. Your stillness, your trust, your dreams, and sometimes, the smallest shift in its position can unlock a change that ripples far beyond sleep. Let's leave theory aside for a moment. Forget charts, numbers, or mystical grids. Think instead of what your body feels. That's where it begins. Stand at the foot of your bed and look at it. Not just with your eyes, but with your awareness. Does it feel held by the room or pressed into a corner? Is the wall behind it solid and grounding or hollow, cluttered, thin? Does the air in front of it feel open and spacious, or does it hit a dead end? These questions might seem subtle, but your body already knows the answers. You felt it every night you turned restlessly in bed, unsure why. Every morning you woke up tired despite a full night's sleep. The truth is, when your bed is out of alignment with the space around it, your energy, the quiet current that governs mood, immunity, and resilience, falls out of rhythm too. And when it's in harmony, everything recalibrates. Here's where things get tangible. Begin with orientation, the most universally calming direction. Supported by both traditional and modern energy studies, is sleeping with your head toward the north. This aligns your body with the Earth's natural magnetic field, head to north, feet to south. People who try this often report sleeping more deeply, waking up less, and feeling a steady pulse of calm return within just a few nights. It's especially helpful if you're in recovery, over 55, or navigating a period of emotional depletion. But not every room allows a perfect north-south placement, and that's okay. This is where intention meets adaptability. East-facing beds invite renewal, perfect for those recovering from burnout, stress, or creative blocks. The energy of sunrise, fresh, lifting, full of forward motion, supports the mind's quiet restoration. If your thoughts run fast at night or you wake with lingering tension, southeast can be even better. It's a softer variation of east, offering warmth and mental ease without overstimulation. Northwest, on the other hand, holds the energy of quiet authority and spiritual steadiness. If you're moving through grief, uncertainty, or a need for deep emotional anchoring, this is a direction that can hold you. Many midlife women find this especially supportive. It's not sharp or fiery, but steady, like an elder presence in the room. Now, for those who feel physically sluggish or emotionally stuck, south might be the spark you need. It's bold, warm, and charged with yang energy. But caution, it's not for the restless or overstimulated. If you already struggle to slow down, south might tip you into overdrive. But if you're seeking motivation, passion, or mental clarity, especially during a life reinvention, this direction can fuel your fire gently, without force. Regardless of the direction, there's one principle that anchors them all: your bed must breathe. That means giving it space. At least a few feet at the foot of the bed, open air on either side, and most importantly, a solid, undisturbed surface behind your head. No mirrors, no floating shelves, no wires. Think of it like this: your body is plugging in for the night. You wouldn't plug your phone into a loose socket. Your nervous system needs that same solidity to charge. And what if your space doesn't allow for perfect positioning? Real life rarely does. That's when micro adjustments make all the difference. Rotate the bed even 15 to 30 degrees off a direct line with the door. It redirects energy, just enough to soften impact without disrupting flow. Can't move the bed at all? Place a tall, leafy plant between the foot of the bed and the door, or add a cushioned bench. These create energetic buffering, allowing your rest zone to feel less exposed. You can also ground the head of the bed by placing a large, calming painting behind it, something earthy, still, and quiet. Nature scenes, soft landscapes, or even woven textiles work beautifully. And beside your bed, consider a small anchor object, a low-lit lamp, a piece of raw amethyst, a brass gourd, or a plant like peace lily or snake plant. These don't just decorate, they stabilize. Their presence tells your energy you're safe now. You're held. Because here's the truth you've been circling this entire time. Your bed is not just where you rest, it's where you renew. It's the dock your energy returns to every night. And when that dock is stable, aligned, and thoughtfully placed, your entire system, body, breath, mind, mood begins to heal without effort. So tonight, when you lie down, take one extra moment. Feel into the space. Sense the way the room holds you or doesn't. Trust what you feel, because sleep is not the end of the day, it's the beginning of repair. And maybe, just maybe, one quiet shift in your bed is all it takes to shift everything else. Final. We've spent the last moments not just talking about bed placement, but uncovering something far more personal: how space shapes emotion, how stillness is more than silence, and how the invisible weight in a room can quietly press on the soul night after night. What you've just discovered isn't just about where your bed faces. It's about how your body receives the world while you sleep. About the quiet messages your environment sends through beams above your head, reflections that don't close their eyes, doors that suggest motion even when still, and walls that either hold you or slowly let you go. And yet, none of this is meant to overwhelm. Quite the opposite. This is about returning power back to your own senses. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need fancy tools. All you need is awareness and the willingness to shift just a little, to listen more closely, and to trust that what feels right usually is. Sleep is not a switch we flip. It's a ritual we return to. It's the only time each day your mind, your body, and your energy field reunite without distraction. That reunion deserves to happen in a space that honors it. In a space where you are not on guard, not in motion, not being watched, but simply held. So if life has felt too fast, too loud, or just too much lately, maybe you don't need more effort. Maybe what you truly need is a room that lets you fall apart quietly, then knit yourself back together by morning. Thank you for staying here, for being curious, for letting this message reach the part of you that's been asking for rest without words. May tonight meet you with calm. May your room soften. May your body trust the ground beneath it once again. And may your sleep finally begin to feel like coming home.